Tesla is discounting Model 3s and Model Ys, but only in the US and only this month. Another very important point is that it's only applicable to cars that are already in the inventory. This does not apply if you just go to Tesla's website and just order a new vehicle. The car has to be in inventory already. Right here you can see take delivery of a new Model 3 or Model Y in December 2022 for a $3,700 credit. Now you may hear talks about Tesla's margins are going to collapse because of this discount, or that they are going to be lower. Well, not really, because remember Full Self-Driving Beta wide release? Yeah, and now Tesla can recognize 100% of that revenue that goes directly to profits now on Tesla's financial statement. So Tesla has $100 million extra in this fourth quarter to fund this promotion. Remember that the cars must already be in inventory. So if you just order, that does not apply to you. And if we assume that 150,000 deliveries will happen in this quarter in the US, that leaves a lot of room. Almost 30,000 vehicles can be delivered without any impact to gross margin. Remember how I keep saying over and over again, because Tesla innovates so much, that likely they will drop prices while gross margins may stay or will stay the same. We are seeing an example of that right here. Yesterday, I made this video talking about next year's production. And also, we took a look at inventory in the US and we calculated 837 vehicles in inventory. That is brand new vehicles. Today, we have 1,227 vehicles in inventory. Note, these are new vehicles only that are in inventory. However, this number, we're looking at this in the morning, roughly, whereas yesterday I was doing that in the evening. So did inventory really increase? Well, we would know that later today, but so far it looks like it has increased. However, this is still less than 1 day of production in the US. There was also some confusion with this discount. You can see the screenshot that Sawyer posted. It specifically has demo vehicle here. So many were thinking that maybe this is just for demo vehicles that have some kilometers or mileage, some miles on the car already, but no. We now know that this applies to every single Model 3 and Y that's in inventory. So the backlog in the US for Model 3s and Ys, the backlog is now at 0. The reason why all of this is happening in the US, the $7,500 EV credit goes into effect on January 1st. So everyone who qualifies, unless you absolutely need the car right now, they prefer to just postpone their delivery, and Tesla is trying to fix this issue where you would perhaps have a huge number of people that normally, you would deliver those cars easily, but now the inventory would build up, and that perhaps could lead to some bad speculation and perhaps the stock being down a lot temporarily before that inventory is cleared out. So Tesla would rather sell cars at a lower price, but clear the inventory completely instead of letting the inventory build up but sell the cars at a higher price, which I think Tesla would be able to sell every single car that it makes in the US, just maybe not in December, but certainly in January when the EV credit kicks in the US. So Tesla is choosing to prioritize short-term deliveries over here, which sort of simplifies everything, because then you don't need to worry about inventory, you don't need to worry about cars sitting on lots. Everything is just a little bit simpler. Now, in Canada, we do not have this $7,500 credit, which you would be able to take advantage of starting from January 1st. So we could see if this problem is more widespread if we go to Canada's website that Tesla has, and if we see inventory at the same level or even higher, then maybe that is something to think about. So I did exactly that. I went to this website again, which is not a good looking website, but the information that it provides, it's good information. So shout out to whoever put this together. This is awesome. And I calculated all the new models only, and Canada's total is 175. USA's is 1,200-ish. Now, US has about 10 times more people than Canada. So if you adjust these numbers for taking into consideration how much bigger US is, you would have to take this number multiplied by about 10, not exactly, but roughly. So we can see, unfortunately, that the inventory in relative terms there's more inventory in Canada at this moment when I'm recording the video than there is in the US. Now, maybe Canada just had a massive shipment of cars and that's what's happening. Maybe, perhaps. If not, that is something to watch out for. I mean, if I look at inventory in Vancouver City here, before there used to be basically nothing available. That's like a few months ago. I would check it, once every few weeks, and there was literally nothing, like, ever. Maybe like if I was super lucky, there would be one car, and then I would refresh the page, and 5 minutes later it would be gone. Now there's a whole bunch. Although we have to consider that it's not as easy to get cars into Canada as it is just to move the cars within USA, because you have to go through the border. Maybe Tesla is just pushing a lot of cars into Canada right now so that all of them can be delivered by the end of the year. So I wouldn't look at this and say, oh, this is an actual problem. I really don't think so. We'll see how it looks in January. Also, it's important to consider that in Canada specifically, Tesla is not taking advantage of the $9,000 EV credit if you combine, for example, the $4,000 that is available in BC and then a $5,000 federal credit. In Canada, Tesla currently sells the Model 3s for about $60,000 Canadian dollars. And that is below the maximum requirement for MSRP, which is at $65,000. It's just that the car needs to start at $55,000. So Tesla just simply needs to add another trim for $55,000, make it very hard to order, for example, on a phone, which they have done before, limit the battery to like 30% of normal battery, so no one actually wants to buy the thing. And then voila, immediately this car becomes, in BC, in British Columbia, $9,000 cheaper when you combine $5,000 federal and $4,000 provincial incentive. And Tesla has already done that before, where they limited the battery range to just 100 or something miles. Very low. And you had to call Tesla to place that order. In the US, clearly this discount is just temporary because of EV credits that are coming into effect. Troy thinks that Tesla will increase prices next year. He thinks that on January 1st, probably $2,000 and then another $2,000 on April 1st, which would still make the car cheaper if you qualify for that $7,500 credit. And of course, that price increase would go directly to Tesla's bottom line. Now, Gary thinks that we might have some significant surprises perhaps today at the semi event. He says when Elon's back is against the wall, he comes out swinging after the barrage of criticism he's endured in the past 3 weeks. Expect him to take the offensive tonight. We may get a timing update on Cybertruck today, perhaps. And of course, we know when Elon Musk is wrong, he admits the mistake very quickly and then he pivots and changes immediately. Dave just got his new Model Y delivered. Looks like he is quite happy. Probably no panel gaps or build quality issues. That's good. The semi-delivery event is today at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I made a video about how Tesla Semi alone could double Tesla stock price just by itself, just for Semi alone. You should watch that video next. My name is Matt Postius, reporting to you from Vancouver City, Canada. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in this next video. Thank you so much for watching.